Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carson.
And today we are watching Ranking of Kings episode 8. What happened last time?
Daida is now possessed. Bojji is training.
Yes. And Kage's doing some sweet cooking and cleaning. Please leave a like, please subscribe, check out our Patreon to get a week ahead, at least, possibly more, as well as uncuts. Let's go.
Yes, it's exactly what I said.
That's why he was dying.
Takes it. Steal the power from your son.
Yeah.
Is literally exactly what I said. Called it, people. Nobody ever says Big Brain Carson, do they? It's always Big Brain Lindsay. It's never Big Brain Carson.
What I like about it is that it's before he had the family, though.
I like that too.
Because it didn't really line up for me with like the way that he like seemingly cared about his dead wife and cared about Bojji, but knowing that he made that and like thought it was like a cool, sweet deal before he had kids, and then it's like when the time comes,
he had to lose.
And then it's just like, oh, and then he just lives with the guilt every day that he did that, and his son tries so hard, but he has like prevented him, and then he's dying anyway. So what was the, you know?
Yeah.
What was the real point there?
Exactly. Which is why he's so worried about the kingdom. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And all the people who are gonna say, "Oh well, anyone could have guessed that. Anyone could possibly, you know, it's not a crazy thing. These things are predictable. It is a show. It's always blah, blah, blah. When Lindsay guesses shit, it's always Big Brain Lindsay, no matter what. It's always, oh, she's so smart. She's always getting stuff. Whenever I guess it, it's fucking obvious. So I don't want to hear any of that. All right, I'm a genius. Wait. Okay. Still backstory as he's conquering. Oh, that's Bojji's mom. She has the hair. Mm-hmm.
To try and make the strongest child so that he can steal the powers from us. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, exactly.
Just lurking around.
Oh, it was there was another king.
Oh.
I see. And then she came to the rescue. Badass. What the hell?
This is when Bojji was born, maybe.
At the same time during the battle? Oh, that's crazy. And that's why he came out of nowhere and was just super strong. Yeah. He was already really strong and badass. But then this is when he became a god. I know.
It's so tiny.
And he instantly regretted it. I hope. He feels bad at the very least. she's doing right now. That's pretty badass.
I guess.
Oh, to try and make it up to him. He took everything from him, and he wanted to make it up to him by making it a good thing to inherit. It is him. Bojji. So it is him?
I guess so.
That's crazy talk. This doesn't make any sense. He doesn't seem the same.
No.
She learns Bojji's dead, and then her son is possessed, so she will never see them again, and then they're gonna kill her. This is so intense.
Yeah.
It's so intense, this show.
Really in his villain arc right now. Laughing like that.
This is just a demon den now? Pack tactics. They have pack tactics. They have advantage on attacks when flanking.
Ew.
He's definitely insanely strong. What the fuck is going on with him? Like, what? When did he become just this piece of shit? Like,
I know.
He felt like, okay. Sorry. So he like, okay. I get the, okay. This isn't even a criticism yet because we don't know what his deal is or anything. But like, he was conflicted. He wasn't just, like his family weren't just, from what I could read from his emotions as a human, like he wasn't just heartlessly sacrificing everyone he loves for his own gain, necessarily. He did it when he was young before he knew what it meant, and then once his child was born, he realized what the cost was worth. But the way he's acting now, now that he's sacrificed his other son, with the strength he took from his other son, because he said like he got pissed off and he was like, yeah, we just went over this. Like I feel like I'm going crazy, or there's something we don't like. I feel like it's either weirdly written and they're just like making him an antagonist, or there's something we're missing. I hope there's something we're missing. That's all I'm saying. Still a badass with one hand. Saving him. Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, they recognize his move. He knows because his power is still there, maybe? Is that how it works?
Because he saw him and that he's the strongest person in the world.
Right.
No!
No!
Oh, this is
Jesus.
This is a backstory of the snake.
I forgot that it was giant now. I was thinking, like, is this what's happening while we're gone? Is the test just to see if you can get up after an attack from him? If you can, then you're worthy. Yeah, see, this guy seems different.
Yeah.
That guy seems different.
This is after the snake probably pulled him underground.
Right. He's alive. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm thinking about it a lot right now.
This is very, very complicated. I mean, it is the truth, but like, what the?
How do you know that, kid?
Is he telling him to kill her?
Probably.
Jesus.
Just assassinations left and right.
何か裏がありそうだ。
トーマス様、あなたがボッチ様にしたことは許せない。しかしだったことも事実。
It's where Miranjo's getting her power.
私は強くならなければなりません。お願いします。
俺もホクロには感謝している。お前のおかげで初心をいろいろと思い出す。ボッチ様も無事だ。合わす顔はないが、いや、それは重要ではない。よし、やるぞ。今やるべきことに集中しよう。はい。
So, what I'm thinking now, King Boss is, he's playing double agent against Miranjo to try and set shit right, because he didn't know, he thought there was a possibility she would revive him, or, upon waking up, realized what was going on, and then rather than freaking out, steeled himself and was like, okay, this is bad. My sons are their lives are fucked. There's this witch that it was ruining my kingdom, or that, you know, or has her own agenda or something, has resurrected me in my son's body, and I don't want this. But what I can do is go along with it until I get the opportunity to cut her off from her power source, or to give my sons the information, or bojji the information to destroy her or take the kingdom back and get me out of my son so that he can live his life. But there's nothing I can do right now by rebelling against her, because I exist magically because of her will, because of her spell or resurrection ritual or whatever. If I start going against it, I could use my strength for a while, but she has more than just me to call upon. That's my theory.
I think that would be interesting. It would make the most sense with what we've seen, and like how kind of conflicting.
Yeah, because it was very conflicting
is.
What the king was doing. Because like I don't know. If the king is suddenly just the bad guy, or like it just doesn't make any sense.
He's suddenly like a supervillain who planned all of this out, but
but in the flashback we just saw, he was being like empathetic and feeling regret for what he did to his son, and now is and wanting to build a country that he can live in and whatever, to make it up to him because he's feeling guilty. Like, that's not something that a glutton for power who would sacrifice his entire family. Like, these things are at complete odds and don't match up at all. So
I'm glad Bebin's alive as well.
Yeah.
Episode's not when over he yet. Oh yeah, I guess it's not.
It's not quite over yet. Just wait. But we didn't talk about that either. But yeah. I'm glad he's alive too. You're right.
Wouldn't it be so cool? Sorry, I had to stop just before they say anything else. Wouldn't it be so cool if he like had some kind of like magic whistle or something, that because he couldn't hear it, he could use it? It was like an unreasonably loud noise that could like shatter rock.
Oh shit! I bet that has something to do with it.
That would be really cool.
Some sort of force, like a tuning rod or something like that.
Well, now what?
He's revealing himself to everybody?
I guess so.
さすが四天王最強。
アピス話していると思う。
私にはわかりません。
ヒーリング。お前には息子のダイダに見えているんだろう。私はボッス。どこだここは。
At least he's still like around in there somewhere.
どこだ鏡。あの時アピスの不意打ちを食らってどこかに閉じ込められたか。いや何かおかしい。
Yes, forever.
Yeah. This is one I kind of want to just move on to the next one. Bebin's alive. the king is being weird.
Yeah. I hope Hilling doesn't actually die. Like, if he has to kill her, I hope it's they can fake her death or some shit.
If they do, it'll be kind of dumb that they foreshadowed before, like, oh, I will never see them, either of them again.
That's true. But
like why that would be really dumb if they just like, oh, let's make the audience think that she's definitely going to die and give her a full-on premonition and have her say it in no uncertain terms what is going to happen, and then we'll just say that doesn't matter at all. Like but the only way that could work is if they are transformed by this experience and become better young princes, better young men, and are not recognizable to the children that they were. And it's kind of sad that she won't ever see them like that again. But they are better for it, and they are, doing good things. And now that they're on the other side of this tragedy, she can see a new version of them. Maybe that's what it is. But it's possible that she's gonna die. One thing we can talk about this episode is how Hilling is again showing her like multifacetedness, that she's not just now good mom, good reasonable queen. She is still a queen and is still a mom and still had her one of her children's dead, the other one is acting all fucking weird, so she's going insane and really wanting to execute these guys. Like, that's in line with what we knew how we saw her before we got her whole backstory. And with all of that included, with the backstory and how we're introduced to her, all of that included, this still does make sense for her to react this way. Because she's not a perfect person. She's not like the benevolent, perfect mother or anything. She's not like the super forgiving, oh, you on your watch after I didn't want my son to leave the house, but you specifically volunteered yourself for this mission. And now you come back and tell me that you didn't protect him, the other guy that you were with and that I trusted. And like, I think that's also is that she's feeling probably guilty that it was her fault. Because she gave them the okay and she picked the people instead of just letting him go off on his own, where he could have been fine. You never know. She picked these guys, and then one of them killed him, the other one let it happen. And then the guy who freaking pushed him down there actually decided to show his face. So, And Domas is is yo-yoing back and
laughing, then he's like put his fucking hood on and like,
he's like, I remember what it's like to be innocent. I remember what it's like to be innocent again. It's like, you've reminded me the joys of my youth. Well, what really matters is that I survive, Hokuro. Walks into the room. It's like, wait, what the fuck? This guy's like the most bipolar knight I've ever seen.
Yeah. And now he's like, let's go off and train, and I'm like,
even more like Jaime Lannister.
Okay.
Oh, I killed the king for the people. I did it all for the people. Season 8. Oh, I never cared about the people at all, innocent or otherwise.
Yeah.
Straight up, like, yeah, I don't know. I do wonder if what Boss is going to be doing here.
I really hope that you're right and that he is doing the double agent thing, because or else I'm not really sure like what's going on. If he just like is a bad guy.
What seals it for me is the whole thing with Apis up at the top with Miranjo with the mirror, and then she's just like, what do you think he could be saying down there? Oh, I couldn't tell you. Like maybe like holding out hope that maybe the king is being a double agent. They're both kind of, the fact that she might be suspecting something, or that she doesn't know what he's saying, means that he's probably gonna surprise her with some shit. I think that I'm right, and I really fucking hope so, because it's a weird situation where they tipped. Maybe if the king was more ambiguous, but
I feel like we've seen so many.
They've shown enough in flashbacks and at the start of the series to sort of lay out the idea that he's not a piece of shit. He made a big mistake and is trying to make the most of it. And really does care about his sons and cares about his family. He just didn't know what he was bargaining, because he wanted power, and the people were getting oppressed by this other orc king that was there, as we saw. There was a previous establishment here that he overtook for his own power, but also to establish a peaceful kingdom.
I will say also there's the thing where when he made the deal, it was all like, oh, well, I didn't think I was gonna live that long anyway, so that's fine. So then why would someone who was so resigned to his fate of dying young then switch it up and try to live forever in his children that he took the power from.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think maybe it's they tipped their hand too much, and now we can see through it a little bit more. Maybe. Or maybe not through it, but we have a different idea than like the ambiguous, is the king bad, is the king good. We know that at the core, he's probably a good guy. Like, with the way people talk about him, with the way he was remembered, with everything, not even all that stuff, all the perception, what we've seen him do and the way we've seen him react to things that he's done that are bad. We get the idea that he's not just, this immortal, he wants to be Voldemort, he wants to, like, rule the kingdom, and Roose Bolton's skin changed into his son's, but he said another son. Oh, another son meaning Bojji, and now, because he said, remember we were talking about last episode about, like, I've sacrificed another son. Yeah. Because the first son he sacrificed was Bojji, and now he sacrificed his other son. So again, they foreshadowed all of this with him feeling shitty because of what he did to Bojji, trying to make up with it. This is, I think, him trying to do that again, and that's why he banished the two guys, Hokuro and Domas, and then he did a similar thing that Bebin just did at the start of the series of, hey, Kage, you want to help Bojji? You want to help the kingdom? Well, I need to do these things because of whatever reason. I don't have a freedom of movement, so I'm going to tell you to go do this thing that will undermine this whole underground plot by, either going training Bojji or going underneath the castle where there's like a gate to the underworld, where we just saw this episode, Miranjo pull out 4 demon dog things that were apparently going to rip Hilling apart. I think that I think the more I think about it, the more, the less scared I am that they're gonna fuck up the whole plot by making Boss like randomly evil for the sake of whatever. I think it is a switch up, and I'm really glad, and I'm really happy to see, or I will be happy to see when that comes to fruition, because I love this show very much.
Also, this is something that I thought of like early this morning, and I told you, but I don't know if you remember because you were like half asleep. But I just wanted to say it before I forget about it again. But when Miranjo was just like the magic mirror, and she requested that a piece die because he was like a traitor, and sent Bebin after him. Then that was actually her trying to kill Bebin because she knew that how strong a piece was, and that because she's the one who gave him
the
his
power
strength,
in the first place. Yeah.
That she knew that Bebin would lose and would die, and she was banking on that, and that's exactly why she sent it after him.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you're right with that too. Well, leave a like and subscribe, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Very excited. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.